So the Commonwealth really boasts such great athletes, and there is a brand new Derby event in town that's supporting that talent, the Athletes Derby Gala, a fundraiser to support the local nonprofit 1+1=U. Joining me with all the details is Margaret Damari. She is the CEO and founder of and president of 1+1=U. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about this.
Thank you for having me. I'm very appreciative of you letting me come on.
Oh, absolutely. And we love letting people know more and more about it. I know you've been working with this organization for a while, so let's start there. Tell us about 1+1=U and the work that you do.
Okay, 1+1=U is one, the student or athlete, plus one, me or a mentor, equals you, the athlete or the student. Sometimes it's not always about them because they're the head of the household or they're working and they've got to take care of siblings or whatever. So it's all about them, and we try to help them make good decisions and become a surrogate family to them. But I started it with a football team at Central High School with CJ Spellman and getting him back on track. He was not a behavior kid, he was a silly kid. But once we got him back on track, Coach Steve Sharati gave me another great athlete to work with. And that's how I got started. And that's how the name 1+1=U came about, because I dealt with each one on an individual basis, because everyone is different. Their situation is different.
And right, Margaret,
help them
sometimes it's just recognizing that one student, that one athlete needs a little bit more attention than the other, right? Just to kind of encourage them that they can do it.
Correct. Exactly. When you see that potential, not just with their talent, but with their academics, they have those skills. They just don't use them. And you have to push them a little bit.
Well, the Derby season is upon us. I feel like all these events are slowly starting to get going here, and I know a lot of people are excited about this. I'm excited to hear more about this gala. First year for this, correct? And it's next weekend.
Correct.
So tell me all about it.
Okay, with the gala, a lot of our student athletes or even students, they might not have the grades or the ACT to sign that full scholarship. So we start this process all over again with recruiting by sending their film or their stats out to top junior college coaches around the country. And once they are chosen by a college, then they have to get out of there, probably be there within 2 days. So which means that parent has to fly them out. First of all, they only get a partial scholarship, and the FAFSA pays for the other part of that scholarship of their tuition. And then they have to come up with their room and board, their food, meal plan, their room.
It's just a ton of extra expenses, right? Like sometimes it doesn't mean that everything's paid for. It's like, oh my word, there's so many other things.
Paid for when they go to a top junior college, everything is not paid for.
Right.
So that's where the Athletes Derby Gala comes in, and we're raising funds to help the parent alleviate some of the cost of them going to a top junior college. They have to get there. The parents have to probably rent a vehicle to get all their stuff in there to drive it while the athlete is there, or even the student, just depending on what their situation is. And so with this gala, we've come up with Venus Hill is my coordinator, BJ Hanley is my concierge, and we've come together and put a great event together. We've got silent auction and live auction things. We actually been trying to get a Pappy Van Winkle, but we got the cousin. We got the Rip Van Winkle 10-year bottle. We have a actual Jackie Robinson bat that is cracked, and it still has the dirt on it. It's in a shadow box for the live auction. We have jewelry, custom-made jewelry for auction. We have top-notch bourbon that will be on our silent auction. So we've got a lot of people, but one person we do have, and I'm so gracious to him, is Ed Hamilton is giving us a replica of one of his statues. And he knew my father, so he was very gracious in helping us to raise funds, because we are we are honoring my father, Martin Dunbar Jr.,
And
at this gala.
and Ed Hamilton, he is a treasure to our community, isn't he? He's just
Oh, yes,
amazing
he
for the
is.
way that he keeps giving. We know the president of ABC News. We're excited about that coming to town as well. Margaret, thank you so much once again for taking the time. And we're going to remind everybody where they can get tickets and when this is happening, so you definitely can help out here. Once again, the inaugural Athletes Derby Gala is Friday, April 22nd, starting at 6:30 p.m. at the Melwood Art Center. For tickets to the event or to make a donation to 1+1=U, visit athletesderbygala.com.